안녕하세요, 안착희입니다. We have another great lesson in store for you, so why not stay with us? 지승현 선생님, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 지승현입니다. I'm so glad you could join us. 만나서 반갑습니다.
Now, in our last lesson, we learned some useful expressions to use at the hospital or at the pharmacy. Now, let's get a quick review. Okay, 선생님, 어디가 아파요?
머리가 아파요.
어떻게 아파요?
열이 나요.
I see. All right. Now, the next time you feel ill and you need to go to the hospital or the pharmacy to get some treatment, these are the expressions that you can use. Well then, why don't we find out what's in store for this lesson? Let's go to the clip first.
마이클 씨, 집 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
359-0591이에요.
네. 359-0591이요?
민욱 씨 집 전화번호는 몇 번이에요?
우리 집 전화번호는 703-3649이에요.
Okay. Now, Michael and Minuk are asking for each other's telephone numbers. So, Minuk starts off by asking Michael what his phone number is, and we saw the two guys exchanging their phone numbers. Well then, let's get a check of the expressions in this lesson. So in this lesson, we're going to learn how to ask for someone's telephone number and also how to tell someone our number. When you want to tell someone your number, state the numbers followed by the expression 이에요. And when you want to ask the question, we can use the expression 전화번호가 몇 번이에요? Now, before we go any further, let's check out some new vocabulary that we'll need to learn the expressions. Please listen to 선생님.
전화번호. 전화번호. 국. 지역번호. 지역번호. 번.
Good. Now we'll take another look at the clip and we will go over the expressions one by one.
(359-0591이에요)
우리 집 전화번호는 703-3649이에요.
Notice that we have used the numbers that we have already learned to say our telephone number. Now, how would we say the number is 359-0591, for instance?
359-0591이에요.
Now, when we want to tell someone our phone number, we just state the numbers one after the other. But we don't just say the numbers, like for instance, 359-0591. We have an expression for that, and it's better to say 359-0591이에요. Right? So, notice the word 에 after the first three numbers. Now, why do you think we do this?
Well, in Korea, we have 3 or 4 numbers that comes at the beginning, and they are the area code. So we insert the word 에 to differentiate from the rest of the number. This actually helps the listener because we are, in fact, giving a little pause here. But this isn't a grammatical must, so you can just simply just say the number if you want to.
I see. Now, some people say that phone numbers like this, for instance, 359-0591. Right. Now, isn't that right?
Yes, it's okay to say just to read a number as they are. It may seem a little complicated, but it's all right to say, for instance, 359국에 591번.
I see. But for me, that sounds even more complicated.
Me too. It's kind of difficult to say it, but if you are not familiar with that number.
I see. I think you have a point there. So why don't we get some more practice with some imaginary numbers now?
880 9387 880-9387 889개 9387번
마이클 씨 집 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
민욱 씨 집 전화번호는 몇 번이에요?
Now, Minuk is asking Michael for his home phone number. Now, what is your home phone number in Korean now?
집 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
The word 집 means home or house, and 전화번호 is the telephone number. Now, what if you want to know someone's office phone number? How would we ask that in Korean?
회사 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
Now, 회사 is the office in this case. Now, when you want to ask for a phone number, first state the word for the place and then add the expression 전화번호가 몇 번이에요? Right? Okay, now the word 번 in 몇 번이에요 may be new to you, right? 선생님, could you tell us about this?
Sure. The word 번 is a unit to denote a number or an order. Remember, we already learned that expression, how to count a number. Do you remember?
It was 한 개, 두 개, 세 개, and so on, right?
That's right. Just as the word 개 is a unit to express the number and count things, the word 번 is used to express a number and order of something.
Okay, I hope everything is clear to you now. We're going to practice asking some more of these questions about the telephone numbers.
집 전화번호가 몇 번이에요? 회사 전화번호가 몇 번이에요? 병원 전화번호가 몇 번이에요? 학교 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
Good try. Oh, and another thing, each telephone number has an area code for each city or area, and this is called the 지역 번호, right? So if you live outside the capital, it's a good idea to tell someone your area code or 지역 번호 as well when you're giving them your phone number. Well, it's time for a full wrap-up. Please repeat after 선생님 and I. 선생님, 집 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
359-0591이에요.
회사 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
987-2748이에요.
병원 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
799-6439번이에요.
Time for some extra expressions. Now, in the Korean language, there are two ways to express the number 0. Now, we usually use the word 공 when we're talking about telephone numbers, and the other one, which is 영, we use when we are talking about numbers in mathematics. Okay, now they mean the same thing, but it's better to use 공 instead of 영 when we're talking about telephone numbers, right? Okay, now why not get some practice then?
영, 영, 공, 공.
Now it's time to get a full wrap-up of this lesson. Now, why don't we take a look at the expressions one by one along with the clip.
마이클 씨, 집 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
마이클 씨, 집 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
359-0591이에요.
(359에) 0591이에요.
359-0591이요?
(359-0591이요)
민욱 씨 집 전화번호는 몇 번이에요?
민욱 씨 집 전화번호는 몇 번이에요?
우리 집 전화번호는 703-3649이에요.
우리 집 전화번호는 703-3649이에요.
I trust you're following along with Michael and Minuk. Well, here's another look at the entire clip, so please listen carefully.
마이클 씨, 집 전화번호가 몇 번이에요?
359-0591이에요.
네. 359-0591이요?
민욱 씨 집 전화번호는 몇 번이에요?
우리 집 전화번호는 703-3649이에요.
In a continuation from our last lesson, we are going to look at some double vowels in this lesson also. Now, when we combine the vowels O and E together, we come up with a new vowel, and that is the double vowel E. Right. Now, let's try pronouncing it.
에, 에.
That's right. This letter is pronounced as E. Now, it sounds very similar to the E that we learned in our previous lesson. Now, the only difference is that for this sound, we open our mouth slightly less, but at the same time, we pull the corners of our mouth towards the side to pronounce the sound E. Right? It's E. So, what about some words that contain this double vowel sound?
학교에 가다. 학교에 가다. 책상 위에 있다. 책상 위에 있다.
Well, we've reached the end of this edition of Let's Speak Korean. Now, for a little practice, why don't you try asking for the telephone number of the person that you've been interested in? Well, until next time, 안녕히 계세요.